what? We're live on the Toyman Bar&Grill. What's going on, everybody?
Looking at a snappy chat, I think.
And we got my beautiful co-host, Fishy.
Fishy! With our camera off for this round.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's what it is. Everybody goes, why should
Go off to the.
you know, we have our reasons why it's off, so don't ask. That's why. There we go. So it's been a while since we've been live on the Toyman's Bar and Grill and everything else and stuff. So we just thought we'd just do an instantaneous stream and boom, we're here. You know,
Yeah, no more here.
Yeah, no, we're here. Of course. Over the past few days, we've had a lot of snow here where I am. I used my snowblower twice. Oh yeah, and basically, out of the years that I've been driving truck, I have never jackknifed a truck in bad weather until recently. Go figure. Because I have not very good tires on the truck, and the truck was doing one of these as I was going down the highway, I thought, you know what? I'm calling it quits. I'm going to take the load back to where I got it from. And come up to an intersection. I thought, okay, I'm going to go up Gore Road and then take the back roads back.
Did you say Gore Road?
Yeah, Gore Road. That's what it's called, Gore Road.
Oh, yeah, really gory place to be.
Yeah, exactly. Not doing any more than maybe 10, 15 mile an hour trying to get around the turn.
Uh-huh.
Or do you think the trailer had other ideas?
Well, of course.
Ended up jackknifing in the middle of an intersection. Thank God there was no oncoming traffic. Got stuck and managed to get everything out of the intersection, but out of I'm like watching. I'm looking in my mirror. I'm like watching the trailer coming towards me. It's like it's not a good feeling. It's just like, oh no. I didn't damage the truck. Didn't damage the trailer. The only thing that got damaged was my pogo stick holding my airlines up because apparently because I stretched out the airlines too far and snapped the stick off. That's the only damage on the truck.
Oh, wow.
So it's like it's an eerie feeling when you see your trailer coming around and it's coming towards you. It's like this is not going to be good. So. And we got a lot of snow over the last few days. Like I called it quits. I said, I'm not taking this load. No, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'll limp it back to where I got it from. I'm gonna take all the back roads back to where I got it from because I know where all the back roads are. But I am not taking this down the highway because the truck is just going like this. I'm like, I couldn't even get up to 40 miles an hour. As I tried to get up to 40 miles an hour down the highway, it started doing this, and I slowed right back down to that. No, I am not doing this. I called captain of the ship. I am the captain of the ship, and I said, no, guess what? I'm not delivering this load. So I'm just thankful that my only concern is when I was going around in the trailer we had other ideas because I have a 5-axle trailer, so a lot of wheels on the ground, right? So when you want to turn and the trailer has another idea, it kind of pushes you straight. I'm worried about the oncoming traffic coming up on that highway. And as soon as I stopped, I clicked on the 4 ways. There was a problem. I had a couple of people help me out they were stopping the traffic, trying to slow the traffic down before they collide into me, because you know how people are when they wake up early in the morning. It's just like, oh, there's a truck. Slam on the brakes and I go sliding right into you. So I'm trying to get the truck back out. Wheels are spinning, slippery as shit. I'm trying to move. And as I start to move, here's this asshole in a pickup truck who decides he's going to sit in front of me. And I'm trying to get everything out of the intersection.
Okay, ready?
Okay, what happened?
He's gonna show you
So
something
here,
really quick.
this is something I've been working on recently. It's
Okay.
it's a lightsaber from Star Wars, right?
Yeah. Does it actually work?
And the other ones, you know, you like flick them out.
Yeah.
So this one, you just twist the base, and then it goes out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's kind of a cool.
He made
gimmick.
that. He made that.
Wow.
He did. He 3D printed or whatever
Yeah, I
you
3D
call
printed
it.
it.
All right. Now, does it light up?
It does not as of right now. That's something we're working on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
We wanted to show everybody
That'd be
that.
pretty cool if it lights up.
Right?
Yeah. This is
Right on.
this is the first
Nice.
stage.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
So, anyways, I'm looking at the guy. The guy in the pickup truck is giving me the what for look. I'm like telling him, get the fuck out of the way so I can get the truck and trailer out of the intersection. But he's sitting there. I'm like, I get out of the truck and I looked at and knocked on his window. He goes, what do you want? I says, you came around me and I'm trying to get everything to get this truck out of the intersection and you're blocking me. Get the fuck out of the way or I'm going to push you out of my way. Plain and simple. He looked at me. He says, well, you shouldn't have jackknifed in the first place. I said, I was hardly going very fast around the corner and the trailer had other ideas. Something I could not avoid. I'm sorry. It was out of my control. I tried to save it, but you need to fucking move. And I finally got the truck out of the intersection and then checked my truck over and checked everything, checked all the airlines, make sure it was safe to continue down the road, because if it wasn't, I wouldn't be moving anywhere. I got it out of the intersection. That's the thing. Out of all the years that I've been driving truck, that was my first jackknife experience, which I don't want to experience anymore. But at least there was no damage and no other vehicles were involved, which was a good thing. So, like, fuck me. When we got nailed with snow, we got nailed with snow. Like, it just dumped on us. It's like the cloud hovered over London and just basically dumped everything on us, you know?
Along with those weird lights I saw, huh?
Yeah, along with a lot of weird lights happening are all over North America for some reason.
I have a picture of it actually. I should probably put it on community page or something.
Yeah, so let's see. Who did we got in the chat? We got Anomaly Documentaries is here.
Aviation, Vanessa.
Vanessa Kitty, yeah, Aviation. Good to see you all. Yeah.
There's others in the chat because I see there's at least 7 people here.
Oh, nice. 7 people. All right, cool. Yeah, so jackknifing a truck was not fun for me because basically your ass puckers and, you know, like, we wonder what's going to happen. Is it going to come around and slam into the truck or everything? I basically kind of steered into it and gave it a little bit of fuel to try and straighten it out, but I didn't panic. That's the worst thing you can do. Is start panicking. But when you panic, you won't apply the brakes and you're just going to go keep your foot off the brake and just kind of work with it. Try and do what you can, you know. And I did what I can and I saved it to to some extent, except for my little pogo stick, which holds my airlines up off the deck of my truck, and broke that off. That's the only minor damage to the truck. So, and I called it quits after that. I thought, I am not going to Toronto in this weather. Sorry. You're going to have to find some other brave driver because I'm not taking this load. Sorry. The problem is, it's the tires that are on the truck. Now, there are two different types of tires that you can put on a tractor trailer, right? Especially on the tractor. You have your summer tires, and then you have your winter tires. You have, two, and they want to use these all-season radials on these. It doesn't work in wintertime. There's no such thing as all-season radials. There's summer tires, and there's winter tires. The compound is completely different. So, and I'm still trying to tell them, you need to take these tires off and put the winter ones on so we have more traction. But they don't seem to want to listen. Well, they're cheaper. I don't care if they're cheaper. What's more important? Getting the load there safely, making sure everybody else, including the driver, is safe on the road, or you're more worried about saving money than you are worried about the safety of the driver and the safety of the load and other people on the road. See, this is where some trucking companies are a little bit iffy about, So just remember, you're the captain of the ship. You're the one who decides you're going to take the load in bad weather or you're not going to take the load in bad weather.
Hi there, David Wolfie.
David Wolfie, what's going on? So if you don't feel safe, then you don't take the load. You can refuse it. They cannot fire you for it, by the way.
They can fire you for what?
They cannot fire you for not taking the load. If you don't feel that you're safe on the highway, they can't do anything about it because you've documented it. And once you put those documents into place, they can't. Now, the only reason why they can fire you is damaging the equipment. And if you have a history of hitting things or running things over or backing into things, that's where they can get rid of you.
Oh.
But if you're in bad weather and you decide to call it, you call it, and I called it. I've done it many a times.
Yeah, because it's for your own safety, right?
It's not for my safety. It's for the safety of the other people that are on the road.
Well, it's your safety too, I would think.
Yeah, it's my safety of the load, and plus the safety of other people.
Hey, by the way, before the stream, you told me about 100 times that he loves me, so that's good that he's being safe.
Well, yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That's the issue. I literally did walk there like I was gonna shoot a tent and
Who makes the engines drop into neutral? Well, let's see. All right. When you're in a big truck, basically you have motor mounts and everything. So what happens when a truck gets into a head-on collision? The motor mount breaks, so the engine drops down and goes underneath the cab instead of killing the driver. That's how it works. Now, a lot of people seem to think, well, trucks are tough, and actually trucks are more fragile in bad weather than what you think.
I've seen semi trucks. They get stuck really easy. They get like a tire in the ditch and they can't move. I mean, they're really wimpy.
Yeah, exactly.
You think all those tires, they should get out of anything, but no, they not.
The problem is you have all these truck designers in there. Well, we'll put this in and that in and this. You're making all these safety things basically. Yeah, I can understand where you're coming from safety wise for being on the road, but you're creating a hazard. You know, you got automatic trucks that are getting stuck in the snow. And you can't get out because the computer is telling the transmission when to shift, and you can't rock the truck back and forth because it's almost impossible, right? With a standard truck, you can rock it back and forth and get yourself out. With an automatic truck, it's just going to sit there and spin. So now you got to spend, I don't know, about $1,000 to get a tow. Because you made your truck, you know, you're making automatic trucks. Trucks should not be automatic. Oh, you may think, oh, it's more fuel efficient. No, it's not. I'm going to sit there and burn more fuel trying to get out of that, out of the stuck situation, and try to figure out how to get it out. So I don't have to call a tow truck. How many times have I been stuck in my automatic truck in the snow this year? 4 times. I had to have a wrecker come out 4 times, pull me out. Why? Because I couldn't rock the truck back and forth because the transmission won't let me, like it did on a manual transmission. Because the reason why they brought out automatic transmissions is because when people were going for the truck driver's license, couldn't grasp the concept of shifting gears. So now, because we have automatic trucks, and a lot of these truck driving schools think, well, we can put anybody in a truck. It's like driving a car. No, it's not like driving a car. But that's the things that they say. It was like driving a car. Boom. It's like unbelievable. Back in my day, if you could not shift that truck properly when you're going for your final road test, you didn't get your license. That means you need more training. Now, because of automatic trucks, you don't need any more training. And this is why we have a lot of problems on the highways. This is why we have a lot of problems with 18-wheelers getting involved with 4-wheelers and everything, and a lot of accidents because of the automatic truck. And I'm old school. I would rather have, I hate the truck that I drive. I really don't like it. I would rather have a standard truck over an automatic because I have more control.
That's true. That makes sense, I guess.
I have more control because then I know exactly when I get into trouble what gear to select to get me out of that. When you're in an automatic truck, when it's in a slide, it doesn't understand what's going on. You know, you're taking the human part of it out of the equation of the truck driving and giving it to the computer. And when the computer hits bad weather, it doesn't know what the fuck to do. Where the human being knows exactly what gear to throw that truck into to get it out of its skid in the wintertime. Knows what to do. But when you're in an automatic truck and you're in the skid, you're along for the ride. No matter what you try and do, you're just along for the ride. So whoever the fucking moron was who come up with the automatic transmission for 18-wheelers, you're a fucking idiot. You really are fucking stupid. But all these companies now are more worried about fuel than they are safety. So that's why they come out with these automatic trucks. I don't like the automatic trucks. Where I work, I have to drive one. It's okay, but but like I said, and you can talk to any old school truck driver to tell you that the standard trucks will always outdo the automatic trucks. But you have these fucking designers who are in these truck manufacturing who's never driven a truck, but looks good on paper. Just because it looks good on paper doesn't work in reality. Doesn't work in icy conditions. Doesn't work when the truck driver is getting into trouble and he's trying to get out of it because he has an automatic transmission instead of a standard. That's the problem. That's my biggest peeve against the trucking industry, against these manufacturers. We're making our truck safer. We have all these sensors. They're automatic. Yeah, when you go into a jackknife position, and I've been in a jackknife position before with a standard truck, but I've never completed a complete jackknife until I driven one of these fucking automatic trucks. I see my trailer coming down, I gear down and just mash on the fuel and straighten that fucker right out. Can't do that in an automatic. Sorry, it doesn't work.
It does not work, people.
It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Leave the trucks as a manual transmission. If you can't shift that truck, that means you can't drive it. Plain and simple. But they don't want to. It's called discrimination. Well, if you can't shift the truck, then you can't drive it. How many inexperienced truck drivers do I see on the highway every day? It's these guys going like this. Their trailer is all over the place. I get on the CB. I said, driver, you're all over. Yeah, she goes, what do you mean I'm all over the place? I said, you're trying to drive the trailer down the road. Ignore what's going on behind you and concentrate what's in front of you. The trailer will follow you. But you're trying to drive the truck. And this is why you see these truck drivers doing this. Because the trailer is moving back and forth. It's a natural. It will be natural. So stop trying to steer the damn thing. When you're going forward, it's going to follow you. When you do this too many times, next thing you know, it's coming around and you're jackknifing in bad weather. Look at your trailer and see what it's doing. Check to see if there's any traffic behind you, but you're all over the frickin' road because you're trying to steer the trailer while you're driving forward. Stop doing that. Your trailer's going to do what it's going to do behind you, and just keep going straight. Don't worry about it. If your trailer starts coming around on you, that's because you done something stupid. You did a foolish move. Either you slammed on your brakes too hard, and next thing you know, the trailer's coming out and going this way, or the trailer's coming out and going around the other way. And you better figure out very quickly how to snap that trailer back around you while you're going down the highway. And it's called a little trailer spike. You just kind of tighten it up a bit and kind of snug it and mash on the fuel. Right. Yeah. Like I said, so in my opinion, the biggest mistake that the truck builders have done is put automatic transmissions in because, these truck driving schools are putting anybody in these trucks. Oh, you can drive a truck because it's now automatic. You don't have to worry about shifting gears. You just got to watch your trailer going around the corner. How many drivers have I seen that don't watch their trailers go around the corner? And next thing you know, they're taking a street light out or, a signal light out. The trailer just kind of tracks differently from the truck. Like, ever since the automatic transmission is gone, it's been implemented all over the trucking industry went fucking downhill. It really has. There have been more accidents now with automatic transmissions than there are with manual transmissions. Hello? But it's going to save on fuel. It's not saving on safety, is it? Should have left well enough alone. And the lag time between gears, between an automatic and a standard, it's unbelievable how much lag time there is when it shifts, because you got the computer shifting it. You're not doing anything. You got your foot on the throttle and you got to plant it right to the ground. And it's like unbelievable how slow I go slower up a hill in an automatic than I can in a standard when I go up a grade. I know what gears to select to get up the grade in a pretty good hurry and stuff. But these automatic trucks, just like, they're slow, they're cumbersome, and you're sitting there with your four ways on going like this. You're a slow moving vehicle and people honking the horn at you. And it's like, I got an automatic truck. The truck's going to shift when it wants to. I can't do anything about it. Sorry. I can switch over to a manual, but when I do, then the computer takes over again. So it's like, why have a manual mode when the computer will override you every time? I don't understand it. You should have left the damn trucks manual transmissions. If you can't drive a manual transmission, you don't get your trucker's license. But because of the automatic transmission, now anybody can get their truck driver's license. And this is where we have a lot of accidents. A lot of these people think, well, it's just like driving a car. No, I'm sorry. It's not like driving a car. You're 80,000 pounds. You need you need a lot of stopping distance, especially in wet and icy conditions. Stop tailgating. You know how many truck drivers I see tailgating four-wheelers? I just shake my head and I'm like, really?
I had that the other day. I had one of those semis right on my tail. It's like, come on.
Yeah. The braking system is a little bit different from a car. A car uses hydraulic brakes, which is called brake fluid. A truck uses air brakes, which sits in air tanks, right? So when the truck's going down the road, there's air in the lines that keeping the brakes out from engaging until you hit the pedal to release the air to push the brakes and everything together in order to stop the truck. All right. It takes 3/4 of a second for a driver to react to an emergency problem, right? Takes another 3/4 of a second for him to put that foot on his brake pedal. Takes another 3/4 of a second to engage the truck brakes. How much time has gone by and how far have I traveled? By the time you're done traveling, you've already killed somebody because you were following too close. Always maintain a distance. When I'm following another truck, I make sure I'm 2.5 truck lengths behind that truck in front of me. When I'm following a car and he pulls in front of me, I back off and make sure I increase my distance in case he decides he's going to slam on me his brakes. I don't want to kill him, so I slow down. A lot of truck drivers I've seen don't slow down. They just keep right on going. I'm like, sooner or later, you're going to kill somebody. And this is why we have cameras on our trucks anymore. The cameras that are on our trucks will identify the good drivers from the bad drivers. And the bad drivers will eventually the company will get rid of you because you're following too close. We've been watching you and you've been doing this wrong, that wrong. See ya. Bye-bye. See you later. Every truck that's manufactured nowadays has cameras on them. They have cameras. And they're watching what you're doing in that truck. They're watching your speed because that camera records your speed, how fast you're going, how close you are to the next vehicle. And that's in front of you. They're watching all that. And they're making their notes. And when they start making their notes, they're going to be like, we're going to have to get rid of this driver sooner or later because he's not abiding by the rules. He is tailgating. He is not a safe driver for our company. And they will get rid of you because of that. That means you're fired. And good luck getting a job in the next trucking company because they'll say, well, what for you? Why'd you let him go? Because
Well, hopefully you don't get that.
Well, because I don't tailgate.
That's true.
I don't tailgate. When a car gets in front of me, and all of a sudden my distance warning goes off, I back off a bit and get some distance because I don't know what he's going to do. Now, when I come up on another truck, because I know I'm faster than that truck, distance warning goes off a couple of times. When it goes off for the third time, then I'll pull out and pass them because basically what I'm doing is sneaking up behind them. And then when I move over to the next lane, I'm pulling the wind off of him and slowing him down so I can pass him. So it's called aerodynamics. Yeah, so I really wish they would have left the trucks alone this standard because he would have had a lot more safer drivers on there who know how to drive that truck, who knows how to shift the gears, who knows how to double clutch. If you couldn't double clutch, you didn't. Back in my day when I got my license, we had to do the thing. There was no such thing as automatic trucks. They came out 3 years after I got my license. And it's just like, if you couldn't drive the truck, if you couldn't shift the gears, you didn't get your license, you need more training. Boom. But because of things that are going on with immigration, I'm getting discriminated because I can't shift the truck properly. They pull the race card, and this is what happens. Now you have a flood of automatic trucks with people who should not have the CDL license, who do not watch, and I see it every day. drivers are not watching their trailers going around the corner like you should be. Running things over, knocking things over, taking out light posts, taking out the signal lights, whatever. Running over curbs and hitting another vehicle because they're not watching the trailer because they seem to think, well, the trailer is going to follow me around the corner. Well, yeah, it's going to follow you around the corner, but there's going to be an off track. There's always going to be an off track. It's like that SUV who, all right, I got myself a nice camper trailer and blah blah blah. And who is not experienced with pulling a trailer, but he's got himself an SUV, right? Okay, and he's got a nice 40-foot camper trailer behind him. Goes around the corner, wondering why the trailer is hopping up in the curb and knocking shit over, and meanwhile tearing up this brand new trailer that he bought. It's called off track. I don't know. I've seen some people do some crazy shit, and I'm thinking, do you not understand that your trailer is going to take a different path from what your truck is doing? Probably not. Not a lot of people understand that. Well, it's a towed vehicle. It's going to follow me right around the corner. Yeah, it will, but it's going to take a different path from the lead vehicle. That's the problem that you don't understand. I guess they're used to pulling a small little trailer. When you got a small little trailer, it's going to pull the fucking thing right around, right? When you're pulling a long ass trailer, you got to turn the corner. Well, that trailer is going to have a different idea. Oh, I ain't going to follow you. I'm going to take this path and go around here. Like it's unbelievable. Anyways. Other than that, Fishy, how you doing today?
My tooth hurts.
Your butt hurts.
My tooth.
Oh, your tooth hurts. Okay, well.
Tooth.
Your tooth, okay. All right, so tie a string around to it. And go outside and tie it to the bumper of your car and have drift and drive real fast. It'll yank it out.
Uh-huh.
Well, what was it back in the old days? You got a toothache? Yeah. Tie a string around to it. Yeah. Make sure it's good and tight. Yeah. We'll tie the other one onto a door handle. Yeah. We're going to slam the door and it's going to yank your tooth out.
Oh, geez, I found some more stuff.
I'm just kind of curious. Has anybody actually done that? And does it
I'll
actually
be
work?
right back. I found some more freezer and fridge stuff. Hold on.
I'm wondering if tying a string around your tooth to a door handle and slamming the door shut, does it actually work? Of pulling your tooth out? That'd be so hilarious to record. I don't think it. I think the string's going to break more than anything. And unless you use fishing line, but that's pretty stuff. Pretty powerful stuff. It's pretty strong. So I don't know. That's probably in what you call the folklore. The Book of Fantasies. Well, if you do this, this will work. Which it doesn't usually work. But I just want to know if anybody's actually tried that. Tie a string around the tooth, tie it to the door handle, stand back till it's almost tightened up, and have the guy slam the door and see if your tooth comes out. Probably the string's going to break for anything, I think. I think that's a myth. That doesn't work. Makes you wonder what they say, you know. So
I might pull out the wrong tooth.
yeah, exactly.
Maybe
I'm sorry, we pulled out the wrong one. Well, you asshole. You know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're down to one person watching us.
Yeah, I just want to comment on one thing. Vanessa Kitty says, yeah, when the trucks are going downhill and they're automatic, they actually shift out of gear. They're in neutral and they're flying down. I've experienced this already. It's like, that's not good.
Oh.
So, like I said, my opinion is to the whatever truck manufacturers are watching my stream, you guys are, I'm basically, I'm going to say, because you guys have never been behind a truck, you're designers, you are the stupidest people on the frickin' planet. Sorry.
That's nice of you.
You are. Leave the manual transmissions into manual transmissions for big trucks, because you know what? All you've done is create a whole lot of other problems. Thank you very much for your brain up your ass. There you go.
I thought you guys said thank you for shopping China.
Yeah, that too. Oh, thank you for shopping China. We're so glad you had your head up your ass.
Doris is in the house. Hey, Doris.
Hello, Doris. What's going on? Cheers to you. Good to see you. And like the aviation fan says, it's fucking crazy. Exactly. With the automatic trucks, it is fucking crazy. We've got more problems with automatic trucks than we did have standards. We got more accidents with automatic trucks than we did with standards. What does that tell you? We got more immigrants who don't understand English, don't understand why we have rules of the road, because where they come from, there's no rules of the road. They don't need a license. They just fucking drive, and they come over here and pull the same shit that they did over here. And this is why we having a lot of accidents. Why? Because, what's the word I'm looking for? No habla. No habla. We're having this crisis, that crisis, because you no habla. Understand English. Understand the rules of the road that we have in North America. On the Canadian side and the American side, we have rules to keep people safe. These fuckers come over here. I'm sorry to use the word fuckers. They come over here and create havoc. They don't understand because they know habla. Can't read English. All right. And it's not a racist thing either. If you think it is, it's not. We have rules on the road for a reason, to keep everybody on the road safe. But then there are people who think they're above the rules and think they don't have to follow them. These are the people that no habla.
It's like if you went to another country, I'm sure they have some kind of rule too.
If I went to another country and pulled it and possessed my way of life over there, they would fucking kill me. You'd
They might not do that. They just maybe go out of the
you would
country.
not be home again. But it's okay for them to come over here and change our way of life. That's okay.
Well, that's because they know that.
But then they have this race card that they pull out of their back pocket. They're racist. No, we're not racist. We're just not fucking idiots like you.
It's called too many wimps in some countries, and they just let them run over them.
Exactly, because they're all scared of, oh, we might offend somebody.
Yep. You have a cup number?
I don't give a shit if I offend you. If I offend you, you're a pussy, and then go away, snowflake. Fuck off. Go back in the bush and fucking cry to your mama. If you want to be a man, if I say something to you, then be a man to me, and we'll fight it out. But if you're gonna sit there and be a snowflake, oh, he's offended me, but fuck off. Sorry, got no fucking use for you. Back in my day, we used to call each other's names and everything, and if we didn't like it, then we settled it with our fists. We didn't shoot people. We just went out and kind of beat the shit out of each other. You know, the way men used to do it back in the day. Now, I'm going to sue you because you offended me. Like, fuck off.
I'm not the type of person to sue anybody, but if I was going to sue somebody, I would have sued the person that pulled up my tooth a couple years ago because it hurt so much.
Yeah.
I didn't, but I'm just saying, if
Yeah,
I would. I told them it's not. I don't think it's not.
Because of everything that's going on ever since the turn of the century, we had the woke society slowly take over the planet. Now we're so woke and so weak and so fragile. The slightest little bad thing that we say, it offends everybody. You know what I say to the woke community? Excuse my French, honey. Go fuck yourself and get a fucking life and grow some fucking balls between your legs, okay? Boom, I'm done. There you go. That's fucking believable. You did this back in the 30s and 40s with this woke community, they would fucking pound the piss out of you. Do it nowadays? I got beat up because this guy, I got beat up. Look, fuck off. Go back in the bush where you fucking came from. Fuck. I'm getting sick and tired of all this fucking. Well, you insulted me. Yeah, okay. I get insulted all the time. It doesn't fucking bother me. Oh, does it bother you? Oh, did we touch a feeling that you had? Oh, really? Are you that much of a pussy? Fuck sakes. What are you going to do when an invading army comes in? Well, you can't do that because we're woke and you can't shoot us. As soon as you say that, they're going to point the gun at you and they're going to fucking kill your ass. They don't give a shit what you say. Boom, plain and simple. The woke society, you need to fucking fuck right off. Because your bullshit is fucking up society, is what you're doing. You're fucking it up. Big time. You're making everybody too much of a, I'm sorry to say, and it's going to insult a lot of people. You're making everybody into a pansy, into a wimp. Stop doing that. Anyways, let's move on. We'll leave the wimpy society back because, you know, Anyways. All right, what's going on for tomorrow, honey?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow, what are we doing tomorrow?
We're going to live stream tomorrow.
We're going to live stream. We're going to live stream on Fishy's channel. That's what we're going to do.
I'm monetized now.
Yeah, she is monetized. Yes, she is. Yeah, we
And I have,
monetized.
And in my first monetized live stream, I got almost $100.
Yeah, there
I
you go.
get to keep. I got made over $100, but
Yeah.
YouTube takes 30%, so my 70% is at $92.
There you go. Well, it's a start.
I can cash it out once I'm over $100 or what I get to take.
Yeah. Or you can increase that too. You can always increase it if you want a bigger payout.
Right.
Which takes a little longer, but it does. I remember when I was monetized before I got fucking hacked. Anyways, I had mine sitting at 500, and then 6 months later, there's $800 coming in. It's like, whoa, look at that. Nice. So, I don't know, things might have changed since when I was monetized and what the threshold is when I always, I had mine set at $500, so when it came in, I didn't to worry about it because it was automatic right into my bank account. I didn't have to worry about PayPal or anything, and just right in. So,
How long were you monetized?
quite a while.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it took me 6 months to get $100. Then, as my subscribers were going up before I got hacked, it was like bang! I was just like, holy shit! I got a lot of stuff.
That's cool.
We got Doris in the chat. Doris, hey, Fishy, hey, Toyman. Cheers back. Life is crazy. Yes, we know life is crazy, especially when you got weird and wimpy people.
Oh, you?
I'm talking about the other weird and weak, wimpy people.
Oh.
The woke. They call them the woke society, or they're also called the generation squeeze, where they're trying to squeeze their parents out of the house to go live somewhere else so they can move in to the house that they grew up in and basically evict their parents. That's what generation squeeze is all about. If you and your husband, right, or you and your wife are living in a 4-bedroom house and all the kids are gone, now the generation squeeze says that house is too big for you. It's time for you to move out and have somebody else take over that house. That's the generation squeeze, which is the woke society, who basically are trying to get their parents who, okay, grew up in this house. Now you're out on your own. Now you're having a hard time to find a place to live. Now you're trying to oust out your parents, that the house that you grew up into. How disrespectful are you when you do that? Because all you're thinking about is, I get my parents out, I get the house, I get the money value. That tells me when people do that to their parents, you do not respect them. Like, I'm sorry. That makes you a piece of turd. A piece of cow dung that's left out in the field. You don't do that to your parents. You don't tell them, well, the house is too big for you. It's time for you to move out so I can move in. Yeah. You're a piece of crap when you do that. And that's been going on here in the U.S. It's been going on here in Canada, too. It's been going on for years. A lot of people don't realize what's been happening. Generation squeeze. Squeeze your parents out so you can move in and take over that house. Boom. How disrespectful is that? It really is. I find that despicable. So you're going to go to your parents and go, this house is too big for you. I think I should take it over and you should go to, go to a senior's home and then I'll take over the house and I'll look after it and blah, blah, blah. And then when I sell it, I'll have all the money and you'll have nothing. Like, that's pretty disgusting. And it is disgusting. I find it appalling. Generation squeeze. Generation woke. Hey, suck my nuts. How would you feel, Fishy, if your kids come to you and say, well, Mom, the house is getting too big for you. It's time for you to move out and we'll take over. How would you feel about that?
I wouldn't like that, but I wouldn't let anybody just suck on my nuts, even though I don't have any.
It's too late now.
It's a figure of speech.
I know. No, that's not nice.
Yeah, no. Why would you try your mom? Why would you try and throw your mom and dad out of the house that you've grown up into, that they bought with their hard-earned money, and you're trying to oust them out so you can take it over and rape the benefits and put them into a home?
Oh, this is
And that's what's happening. These kids nowadays have no respect for the parents. Oh, thank you very much for my life, but now I'm going to yank your home out from underneath your feet because I want it, and you're getting too old. Like, that's very. If my kids ever said that to me, I'd be like, well, guess what? I ain't going to leave you the house. I'll leave it to the government, and you ain't getting shit. Plain and simple. I'll cut you out of my fucking will. You're going to be like that towards me? Well, guess what? I can be just as bad. Remember, to the young people who are listening to this program, respect your parents, respect your what you grew up into. If your parents decide to leave the house to you in their will, they will. If they don't, oh well. But don't try and force them out, as like Generation Squeeze does, which is a bunch of disrespectful kids who had no respect for the parents in the first place. It's unbelievable. And how many, and I've watched videos on this. I'm like, are you serious? Why would you do that to your own parents? Well, they don't need to live in a house that big, so it's our turn. No, it's not your turn to live in a house that big. If you want to live in a house that big, that means you have to earn it by work hard and buying stuff like your parents did. Earn it. And then sell it and reap the benefits. You don't kick your parents out and reap the benefits. That's not right at all. That's disrespect right then and there. I'm sorry.
Yep.
And it is. It's disrespect. Thank you for my life, Mom and Dad, but I'm going to take your house away from you. I'm going to kick you out. My kid ever said that to me, I'd be like, hey, I got something in the garage I want to show you before you do that. What's that? Oh, an ass kicking. My kid ever said that to me, I'm going to take over. I'm going to sit there and I said, we're going to go outside. We're not going to do this. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to punch the shit out of them and beat the respect back into them. Don't come to me and say you're going to take me and kick me out of my own house. That's a disrespectful little kid that does that.
Ready up? Ready up? What?
Yeah, oh god. All these kids are builders, that's the issue. I can't struggle on. Everyone
Doing now, baby.
Sorting.
You sorting?
If I want to be a good builder,
And doing the toothache.
And, you got any Advil left? Take a couple Advil.
your game, but
I don't know. You know how much I like taking that stuff.
let's play this game.
Do you want to suffer or do you want relief?
I don't know.
I think I picked relief over suffering. Advil's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt you. It's just going to relieve the pain.
Let's stop at the same time.
Well, we've been going for about an hour and 2 minutes. What do you think? This thing we call it quits or what?
Oh, it's up to you.
Well, there's not really much happening in the chat, so there's only one watching.
Yeah, probably me.
Yeah, or me, because I'm watching too on the other screen. So,
Oh,
you know.
that's funny.
Yeah, I know.
We should say two then.
Should say, but it only says one.
Yeah, is that funny? Silly thing.
Yeah, I know. That's weird.
It's not accurate, that's for sure.
No, it never is. It can say we got 10 people in here. Meanwhile, there's only 5 or 6 or 7, whatever. You know.
Or I could say one person, and there might be 5.
Yeah. All right, so tomorrow night we're going to be going live on Fishy's channel.
Yeah.
Make sure you get your wallets out.
Mm.
Get that chat.
Monetized, so.
Fishy can really use the money.
Yeah, if I get any super chats, it'll go towards me getting these teeth figured out.
Yeah, I said when Fishy was monetized, when she did her first monetized stream, what did I do? I gave her $70 worth of super chats.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, because I think the total, I guess I'd have to figure it out, but it was definitely over 100 because I have $92 in.
Yeah. Now, if anybody can, when we do stream on Fishy's channel, when it's time, if you can beat that $72, I'll match it.
There you go. Oh, let's see what they do.
We'll see. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. All right. I think we're going to end it, Fishy. I know you're getting tired. I'm getting tired.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tired. Had a long day.
Yeah. Well, we both had a long day, so. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in and listening to our rant and whatever and other entertaining things. Thank you very much for being here, and we'll catch you all later. Until next time. See ya.
Bye. Now, am I for you,
Or 8.
Ron?
What?
Am I supposed to be pushing it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do an ending first. Sorry, guys. I didn't know. I didn't want to click it if he's going to click it.
No.
All right. See you guys all later.
See ya.